I mean, it's different nowadays because of MMA and all that stuff. But back in the day, like in the 80s, if you try to fist fight someone and someone just went, what? You would be like, all right, hold on. Give me a second. Let me think about this real quick. Yeah, we're just gonna start this shit live.
The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking.
Like, they're two dumb dudes. Welcome to the latest episode of Sarath and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. And this took us a bit to get to.
Indeed.
Right? Yeah, you know, I mean, it's life happens, and sometimes, you know, you come up with an idea and it doesn't come to fruition as quickly as you want it to. But, you know, being that this is a time-sensitive show,
indeed,
we're doing what we can.
You know, as they say out there in the streets, life be lifing. So, you know, just
exactly.
had to roll with it.
I mean, for the characters in the show, life be lifing, and it's
yeah.
a harsh-ass life.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
So with that being said, welcome to the latest episode of Sarath and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast, Side B. Yeah, I had to stumble because it's different. This is different.
It's Side B, like a mixtape.
Yeah, and for those who didn't watch last week, Side B is basically when we cover anything streaming that doesn't relate to movies, whether it's TV shows, music, just, you know, whatever's out in the ether. But it just gives us another outlet, because movies ain't all we watch, you know, or ain't all we pay attention to.
Indeed.
Yeah. So with that being said, what do we pay attention to right now, Chris?
We are doing episode 2, ladies and gentlemen, of The Last of Us. We know, if you paid attention to the first one, we got through that. So now we're going to pick up where we left off. And, you know.
So right now in the story, you know, it's Joel, Ellie, and Tess.
Mm-hmm.
And they're, you know, they're en route through Boston, which I contend does not look like any kind of Boston I remember. Look, I don't know where they're filming this at, but it doesn't look like Boston. It looks more like a Baltimore.
Well, so you know it's got to be green screen and everything.
I don't know. I feel like it's because it's a TV show. It's got to be done more on location, right? It looks like I think they film in Canada. I'm not positive, but I think they film in Canada.
Interesting.
You know, at the beginning of this episode, you know, you found Joel, Ellie, and Tess in an abandoned building, and Ellie was sleeping. You know, and like, what would go through your mind if you're on the run through this abandoned ass city like that?
Of course, the main thing is staying alive. You know,
yeah,
they got the crazy people out there with the virus, and then of course they're trying to get the girl that they're not sure she has the virus or not. You know, following from the first episode, the other girl's wishes. I don't remember her name, but they got into a gunfight and everything.
Yeah. So
we going through my head be just survival, but at the same time, you know, is this little girl gonna turn on me? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so what happens in the beginning of this episode is, like, you know, you have that situation with Ellie where, you know, we know she's gotten bitten, but she doesn't transform like everyone else. So there's something about her that's, you know, unique to her that's not allowing her to succumb to whatever this virus is. So if you're Joel and Tess and you don't really understand what's going on with this girl, like, how do you view her? Because I view her as, I don't want to say I'm a cash cow.
I want to say an asshole.
Well, I mean, yeah, she is an asshole. She's a little tiny asshole. But I mean, to me, she's an asset. Like, I don't know if I view, if I'm living in this dystopian world for 20 years and then I come across this, I don't know if I view her as another human. I view her as a tool or a bargaining chip that I use to help me survive.
Okay, with that being said, how would you do that? Like, looking at how it's set up.
Well, because if you're looking at it, they know that, like, they need to deliver her to whoever, and if they can do that, they can get a car battery, which is what they need in order so they can travel across the country.
Yeah.
So, you know, as of right now, I don't think they're treating her as, you know, this thing that they have to really protect because she's the key to life. I think they're looking at her as she's the key to our survival.
Yeah, their survival. Yeah.
So do you? I mean, to me, is that viewing her less of a human, more of an item?
Yeah. But if you look at it, everybody's less of a human right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, at any moment, you have to kill the person right next to you. Yeah. It is what it is. So yeah, I wouldn't like Yeah, I guess I wouldn't have value in her life either.
Yeah,
I
because
had
like Joel,
values of my own.
yeah, because I mean Joel's had his experience with this stuff. He's lost his daughter
Hmm.
to this whole scenario. So like when he sees that, like, she had the scar on him, he's like, he knows just one little thing happens and she could be the fucking end of us.
Hmm.
That's, that's just, I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel in that situation. Because me, I'm a life lover.
Mm.
Like, I protect life. I value, the goodness of life. But I don't know if I'm in that situation. I don't know if I'm jaded towards everything. I'm just
Mm.
all I'm thinking about is myself and getting to whatever I need to get to get on through the day.
Hmm. No, we had that conversation before. Like sometimes it's you have to be a healthy selfish. If you're selfish, then you don't give a shit about nothing. But
Yeah.
sometimes you have to be a healthy selfish where you actually got to take a minute and pull yourself together, treat yourself better, do something. Because if you ain't no good to yourself, you ain't no good to nobody else. That's just what it is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But I mean, if you came across someone like her, do you view her as the savior of humanity, or do you just look at her like something's up? There's more to this than I like. I don't know.
Yeah, my mind would go to there's something up because I'd be curious about why she didn't get bit, or why she got bit rather than didn't change. Why this group of people were trying so hard to move her.
Yeah.
If I was Joe, how did I get this pressure put on me?
Yeah.
And then realizing, well, shit, if I do this, I can get a battery and get out to go do what I need to do.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I think this is 20 years later. You know what I'm saying? He's probably not really got over the fact that he lost his daughter. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, 20 years later, he still ain't over it.
Mm-hmm.
You could see it in his face. You can see it in his demeanor. Like he's still holding on to this hurt and this pain from the past,
Yeah.
which I don't blame him. Like, fuck. Like,
Oh, of course not. Some people, shoot, no pun intended, but cry over their dogs. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Oh, but I'm crying over my dog.
That's I said no
Like,
pun
that's
intended. I
real life.
mean,
Yeah.
it is what, like, as much as I don't want. Let me use my words right because I don't treat my dog like shit. Because I really don't. I just don't treat it like other people do.
Yeah.
But nah, if she disappeared, I feel something about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just the truth about it.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, if you're in this scenario where you got to travel in
Mhm.
this world like this, what's the most important item in your knapsack?
Food and ammo.
No, I'm like if you had a one item that
Hmm.
you can't leave this building without. What's that one item? Mm, that's a
Only only
that's
one item.
no, no, no. You'll have a bunch of other items,
Yeah,
but what's the one item that you making sure you have on you at all times?
I don't know why. Matches, fire. I don't know. I don't know why my brain goes to that. I mean, I don't know. Just
Yeah.
yeah, but fire is something I think would be most important to have,
I don't know. I mean, I think it's important.
or water, but definitely for fire, in my opinion.
Yeah. I feel like to me, the one thing I'm making sure I always have on me is a knife, a
Mm,
sharp knife,
yeah.
because I think a sharp knife can lead to other things. It can lead to cutting wood. It can lead to killing something to get food,
Hmm.
something. But like picking something open to try to get like a gun. A gun is important, but
Hmm.
once you run out of ammo, that's just a heavy ass bat.
Get to the hand to hand combat and pull out a blade. Matter of fact, I got a few of them. I ain't gonna show them on camera, but I
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
them. I keep them around the house.
yeah. Yeah, I feel like with that, it's as long as you keep it sharp or whatever, like
Hmm.
it's gonna be like it's gonna work in your favor no matter what the scenario. But I mean,
Hmm.
these guys, I mean, they're traveling through Boston. They got to get to this area it's 10 minutes ahead in front of them.
Yeah,
It's a 10-minute walk in front of them, but that's the dangerous way.
they gotta go the long way,
Yeah.
and that is they had to go to the hotel, right, or through the hotel.
Yeah, they had to go. Well, no, at first they had to go. They tried to go around, right?
Yeah, they went around. I'm trying to think because I think they went through the hotel, and then that's when Tess had to crawl through
Yeah.
and open the door, and that's where they ended up
Yeah,
top of
where
the
she,
building, I
she
believe.
yeah, she ended up like on top of the building, and then whichever way she went,
Hmm.
it came back to that door, and they couldn't get through anymore because it got blocked off.
Yeah.
You know? Could you imagine that? I all I got to get to is on the other side of this this street, but to go this way, I'm more than likely gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
So the safe way to go around is I got to go back and around all these different blocks to come around the side. That's disheartening as hell.
Listen, think of the movies that they got those. They get to like something like the Grand Canyon, and they can literally see right across, right the building that they need to be, or where they got to go. You know, what I'm saying the village,
Mm-hmm.
but they got to walk 20 miles down, go through the creek to get to the bridge,
Yeah,
to come all the way back up when it's sitting right there in front of them.
what else?
That's terrible.
Remember in Lord of the Rings?
That's what I was thinking of.
They're on the mountain, and they're like, we can go over the mountain or we can go under. Gandalf was like, he goes, I would never go under the mountain. So they try to go over, and like it's a snowstorm and shit like that.
Yeah.
And like even with that snowstorm, Gandalf was just like, they were like, we should turn back and go the other way. And Gandalf was like, I'm gonna leave it up to the ring bearer. He's like, I'm not making that decision. Do what the fuck was down there.
Yeah, he said it.
Yeah.
I think he said about I fear of what lives down there, something like that. But yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming like Gandalf, like Joel and Tess, like the reason why they don't want to go this direction because they know what's on the other side there.
Mm-hmm.
They know what's going in front of them.
Yeah.
And like we get a first taste of it in this episode where it's, what are they called? Reapers?
Was it the Reapers? I don't know why I think something with a C.
No. So they're infected with cordyceps.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
So for those listening who don't really, obviously if you're listening to this, you're watching the show, but cordyceps is like another name for mushrooms. So it's basically they're infected with a fungus or a mushroom.
Yeah.
But they're just they call it cordyceps because that makes it sound crazy. It's like COVID.
Yeah, definitely.
We got COVID. You got the flu. You got the common cold. That's COVID too. Like yeah. You ever watch you watch Toy Story, right?
Yeah, of course.
There's that scene in Toy Story where Buzz is trying to fix his the packaging for his ship. Because how he came
okay.
He goes, give me another one of those molecular bonding strips. And Mr. Potato Head turned around and goes, he wants more tape.
Yeah. Oh man.
You just say shit a certain way to make it sound way more important than it is.
Yeah.
But these guys are infected with like fungus.
Little worms looks like. Yeah.
No, but it's like mushrooms that are alive. Like, like I don't like fucking athlete's foot is a fungus,
Yeah.
So like, but imagine, the idea of a virus just living on your skin and growing like that, like that shit, man.
I think about people with shingles or
same thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right? Like
those are all funguses. Yeah, and it's like it's the human body and like the human, like the biology and whatever, everything that's going on. It's way more complicated and disgusting than we want to believe.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, because think about it. The shit that's growing in these people, that's coming alive and transforming them, is you put that on a pizza, it's probably delicious as fuck. It's a mushroom. Well, you don't like mushrooms on your pizza?
I love mushrooms on anything. I'm a mushroom fanatic, but knowing what they look like and what you just said, it's fucking disgusting.
But you ain't ever been in the woods and seen like the mushroom growing on like an old like fucking
like an old log or something? Yeah,
that's what it looked like. It's just growing on their face. That's exactly what. When I saw the zombie thing for the first time, I was like, oh yeah, it looks just like the tree trunk in the woods. They got all moist, had shit growing on it.
Yeah.
What would you do? If you were just sitting there, also you look down, you have mushrooms growing on your body.
I'm about to get high. Oh man, that should be. Oh man, I freak out. Like, oh yeah, that's just weird.
So, I mean, even like a little bug underneath my skin is creepy enough. Now you got these things growing in and out of you.
I don't even like bugs crawling on me. Shit.
Yeah.
But
okay, so one of the dope things about these, for lack of a better term, zombies, is they attack by hearing.
Yeah.
So they can't see. Although we did see some that you could see their eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of interesting because I don't know if the zombies that they found in the building they couldn't see. They were based off hearing.
Yeah, because the mushrooms are already growing on their face and shit like that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Did you see it? Because like it looked like the mushrooms was covering their eyes and covering their face. So they got to work through their hearing. But like they didn't seem like these. You know how you ever like an I Am Legend, those zombies were like running super fast and like super strong and shit like that. And it didn't seem like that kind of zombie, but it didn't seem like the dumb like Night of the Living Dead ones.
Yeah.
You know,
honestly, it looked kind of funny. Like whoever did the makeup, I don't want to call it low budget, but it looked like Play-Doh. You know what I'm saying? Just with like extra butter spray on there or something.
I don't know. I think they just try to make it look like if mushrooms were growing on plants, that's how they were growing on people.
Right? Yeah.
Come on, you saw it. It looked funny. It looked funny on TV. You see a person like that in real life, you'd be like,
yeah, that's freaky.
You need some ointment.
I mean, where you get the Halloween costume from? You know what I'm saying? Just saying. But
yeah, you need pesticides.
Shit, man.
Shit. I don't know. You ever thought about if you were in a scenario where you're trying to get away and you got some kind of like thing, animal, person, whatever, that's like not in its right mind and they're just coming after you?
You asked me if I thought of a scenario like that, or have ever been in one?
Both. B-O-F-F.
I ain't never been in one where something that wasn't in its right mind was coming after me.
Like a dog with rabies or something.
Yeah. No. Not in his right mind, no. But I thought of scenarios like that just from watching movies and everything, doing what we do. Yeah. How would I act in that situation? I mean, shit.
Do you always come out on top, or do you in your dreams do you ever like get killed?
Oh nah, I always come out on top. You know what I'm saying? First things first, grab a weapon that keeps distance.
Or you're gonna get like a bow staff?
It's just something. Grab the leg of a table. Grab anything that can create distance between you and that you can use as a weapon.
Yeah.
That has power to it. Don't grab a fucking shower curtain rod.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna do nothing.
You know what? If I'm in that scenario, I'm making sure I have like a ninja sword with me. I'm gonna run. I'll run through like Snake Eyes. Just
what was that? What's that damn other show? Is it God damn it! Is it Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Or is it where she carries a ninja sword or a bow staff?
I think she carries a ninja sword.
Okay, so yeah,
because you ain't got to reload it.
Nah, just keep it sharp.
Exactly.
Oh, trust me. If I'm in the street and about to fight and somebody pull out a sword, hey, bro. I don't care if I do got a gun. You gonna be like, yo, you gonna take a step back, like, yo. He might know how to use that thing really well.
Yeah.
might be blade out the son bitch, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's different nowadays because of MMA and all that stuff. But back in the day, like in the 80s, if you try to fist fight someone and someone just went, you're gonna be like, all right, hold on, give me a second. Let me think about this real quick.
It'll make you pause, like, wait a minute. Is he joking? Does he really know some shit? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you imagine if you were like in a zombie movie, zombies that come in, first thing you gotta do is your fucking power up, just
those zombies don't
bite your fingers off.
Those zombies don't give a shit. They're still gonna come after you. Man,
zombie just they all do like drunken master. They're just like
oh shit, just waving back and forth. Yeah. Oh man.
I mean, no, we saw we saw them finally get attacked by whatever these Reaper zombies things are. Kind of got a clearer view of like what's been happening, and like so apparently the mushrooms kind of like have like a hive mind. So they say when they're trying to go to the building, they say don't step on the vines. If you step on the vines, and the whatever the mushroom, they're all connected, so it'll know that, and it'll signal zombies from like a mile away to know where you are.
Which is crazy. Just think about that. You touch the wrong plant or the wrong organism or whatever, signal something halfway across the world.
Yep.
Yeah, it's over here. You know what I'm saying? That's wild.
That's at times I think that's a cool idea. But like as a person making a TV show or a movie, I'm like, damn, I can't do any of these cool like stunts or everything, because if I have to do this cool stunt and the person just falls, it's like, are they really gonna avoid all these fucking fines and shit like that just for the sake of, I don't know. I mean, we saw a little bit of it here, right?
Yeah, they actually showed it in the second episode when they make it to, I guess, is it the recon unit maybe or something. Or
they finally get Ellie to who they were supposed to bring her to, which was like this recon group or someone, whatever, and they had like all their equipment there, but them dudes is all dead.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out for the life of me, why didn't Joe grab more weapons? There was grenades, bullets, guns, grabs. Look, I'd had to throw something, a couple of grenades, some more ammo, a couple more guns, maybe. Just
but that's someone like us who would, I'm not even giving myself that much credit, but if I walk into that scenario and I think I'm going in there and I'm gonna be in contact with a group that's supposed to be giving me stuff, and I get there and every motherfucker is dead, I think I'm gonna be more in shock. Like, all right, what the fuck are we getting ourselves into?
I mean, you definitely be in shock, but you don't let the merchandise go to waste.
Well, I mean, after that happened, what was it? I think one of the little zombie things or whatever came at them, right?
Yeah, they started moving. That's when he shot it, and then it started.
Saw the little things coming up. This about at this point in the show might have been one of the grossest things I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this, bro.
Look, I'm trying to figure out how she just let it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, I mean, I understand, you're dying, but that's just terrible. Like, some girl walking to me with 15 little tongues coming out. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? This shit, that's terrible, man.
So for those who are paying attention, so this is that point in the show where they figure out that Tess has already been bitten, and she just got very little time. I mean, first of all, what do you do? What does Chris Brown do if when he realizes someone who's in his party, someone I care very deeply about, is bitten, and they ain't got much time left?
I always say this: you can say what you want, but you never know what you're gonna do to you in the situation.
Yep.
And I know that just offhand from experience. That would be. You got to stick to the objective. It would be extremely hard. It would hurt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's like, I think we talked about this on the A side of our podcast. You know, if it was like me and you, I'll lay you to death. You my dude. You know what I'm saying? And if we in a situation like that, and I find out you're infected and I can't do shit about it, and they're coming, but I know what the objective is to get. I'm gonna just say Michaela to wherever the point is. I'm gonna just have to cry and let it be. You know what I'm saying? Grab a rope and we got to go. And just give you that, hey, lay man, keep on pushing, and deal with the grief later. Yeah. That's what I'm saying right now. Yeah. Like I said, you don't know what you do to you in the situation.
Yeah, but that's also someone who's military minded. You gotta remember, some of these guys aren't. I mean, granted, they've been in the weeds for 20 years, so they're probably conditioned to that stuff. But imagine that shit happened last week, and all of a sudden that happens. Like, you just might be in shock at the idea that I am never going to see this person again. Not only am I never going to see this person again, if I do see them, they're more than likely going to try to kill me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you got to remember too, I've been in Iraq and I've seen people, and 10 minutes later, you don't see them anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah. It's weird.
I'd be like, oh, man, that sucks. But let me just shove you with my foot Stay over there, brother. Stay over there. But draw a line in the sand.
Oh,
Don't
man.
cross this shit.
Oh God, that's funny.
You ever play capture the flag? Do not cross.
Shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the idea that like this person that I've been running with for presumably years, all of a sudden we're at a point where I know I'm not going to see you again ever.
Yeah.
That's a fucking hard pill to swallow, bro.
Look, man, I don't want to get talking about the military, but before we got deployed, they had a whole battalion formation.
Yeah.
And the sergeant major said, everybody look to the person to your left. Look to the person on your right. One of you are not coming back. That was a speech. It was just like what?
Yeah.
But
it's almost like, yeah, because you got to almost condition yourself to just be
like, you gotta get your brain together. Like, yo, one of us ain't gonna come back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chick.
That's such a hard pill to swallow. And you got to figure in this world where, when that virus hit, like that happened almost instantly for a lot of people. It wasn't just the fact that like, I'd hate to use the analogy of like drugs or something like that, but like, not only will you might not see this person ever again, but if you do, they are not going to be the same, person you remember, like, I mean, with drugs, obviously, like, your drugs will like, can change a person's mind and their mental health to where, if you ever see them again, they're going to be a shell of who the beautiful person you used to know.
Yeah.
And in this situation, it's like, no, they're just, the next time you see this person who's been infected, they're not going to look the same. They're not going to be acting the way that you remember. And they're just going to be an obstacle that you need to get past. Otherwise you're dead.
Ooh, that's a good quote. It's going to be an obstacle that you need to get past.
Yeah.
That could take this previous relationships, situations that maybe you never got over, whatever. Yeah. If they come back up, just know it's an obstacle that you have to get past.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because whenever you swept under the rug, it came back up again. You know what I mean? That's interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of up from the rug, so that's when them little mushroom things popped up, and they realized, okay, these things are coming. We need to get out of here quick.
Yeah.
And Tess, he was like, "Yo, go! Like, I'll take care of this." And she was trying to light the
Zippo lighter.
Yeah. So she trying to light it, and then the zombie comes, and he hears the lighter. But could this one see? He couldn't see, right?
And I thought he could see, because he locked eyes with her. Everybody came running in, and this one just stopped and looked at her.
I think maybe because they just had the scene where Joel was saying, they can't see and they do it by hearing. That I just instinctually thought, like, okay, even if their eyes are showing, they still can't see. But yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think he was just talking about those zombies at that moment couldn't see.
Yeah.
But
man, he looked at her, walked up. First of all, we saw how these things were killing people, like how demolished or decrepit they were killing people. This one came up and he tongued her down. Like, I get the idea from watching the show. I get the creepiness behind it, but it doesn't line up with what you've showed me how these things act, right?
Well, we are only in episode 2, so there's still.
So these things still got. You think these things got feelings? No, like, I know I'm infected, but I'm still trying to get this booty.
Well, I'm a warrior. Okay. Maybe so. Maybe later on down the line we'll find out that in their transition phase they go back and forth from human to zombie until they actually reach full zombie, so to speak. Yeah. And maybe, with that being said, maybe that's why the girl isn't transformed, because it's working slower on her.
I don't know. That shit was gross, bro.
Shit was disgusting.
He came out just trying to make out with her. You saw them little things coming out his mouth.
Yeah.
Tickling. Oh, god damn.
Yeah.
I can't even think about it. It's just so gross.
Yeah.
It made my skin crawl.
when it happened, I was like, is he gonna kiss her? I was like, but then the little things came out. I just can't get over how she just took it.
Yeah. She
I
didn't
mean,
like push him away and then kept trying to light. She was just
yeah,
like, let me let this happen. I don't get, I get the creepiness behind it, like
maybe she,
visually from a TV standpoint,
yeah.
but I don't, to me, it doesn't make sense in that moment.
Maybe she was horny too. Who knows? Just to come and die happy.
We can't be doing nothing while there's little girls around, and this is the last time I'm gonna get some.
with the conscious mind. I don't know shit.
Yeah. Imagine what that feels like. Your tongue getting touched by all these little. I can't think of anything that would be. I can't think of anything that would give you that sensation.
I actually had another thought. Like, I don't even know if I can say it right now.
What?
Do we have parental advisory on this on side B?
Yes. On our logo, we do have the parental advisory.
Okay. I mean, imagine like 15 tongues on a certain part of your body.
But the thing is, that's the thing. I don't think they would feel like tongues.
Something's wrong with me.
I don't think they would feel like tongues. I don't know. I can't think of something similar that would feel like that. I don't know. Yeah. I can't even think about it. I really can't.
They look gross. Like little like fucking worms and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they were like, just like this, like that.
Hell yeah.
Like this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But I mean, Tess, she sacrifices herself to let the Ellie and Joel get away.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's pretty much where we end the episode. Is her sacrifice. And that's I mean, she went out like a G. She understood that, like, because like when she got bit before we all knew she got bit, and so when she did, you could see like you could see her mentality change. Like she was a little more abrasive in trying to like get her to Ellie to the group or the people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when like when they were on the rooftop, that's when they realized that like she was like, shit, she's been bitten.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, was it on the rooftop that she realized that? Or was
no,
that?
No, it was in the room.
Yeah, it was in the room.
No, she was freaking out that they were dead, and then they was trying to figure what to do, and that's when the little Ellie realized she's infected. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, you saw when they were on the rooftop and they were walking across, that like you could see her demeanor changed. Like she was a little more aggressive in, all right, we got to get there. We got to get there. We got to get her to these people now.
Yeah.
You know?
See, I thought about that too. I mean, I ain't gonna say the zombies are healing powers and shit, but I was like, didn't she just twist her ankle? Like she's walking on it pretty well, but
oh, it could be adrenaline. You know. Hey, my life is over in about 35 minutes.
Yeah, the adrenaline that's a different type of strength. Yeah, that's a different type of muscle right there.
Yeah,
I wish I knew what adrenaline actually was. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know exactly what it is or anything like that. But like, I just know like I ran a Spartan race a month or two ago, and my knee was messed up. Like something like I'm pretty sure I tore something in there, whatever. But I put a brace on and I ran, a 5K Spartan race with a messed up knee, and like I didn't feel a thing. But then for the weeks after, like I couldn't bend my knee, like I couldn't put pressure on it. So I don't know what adrenaline is. But whatever it is, man, that should turn you into Superman. But I'm not Superman, but it makes you feel like you're impervious.
That's what I'm saying, because they got like I'm gonna call it artificial adrenaline, because I really don't know what it is that you can inject somebody with, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But everybody has this certain chemical in their body when it has to kick in. It's just like, who are you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like my brain went off. Like, like what exactly is adrenaline? Yeah. Like how did they make that in the lab to be artificial, to jumpstart a heart or something? You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Well, okay. So at this point in the show, it's Joel and Ellie on their own. Like, where do you think this goes? Like, what do you think happens from here on out? Or what do you think is the next thing that's going to be happening on their plate? Caveat: obviously, we're filming this, trying to catch up to the show, so we already know what happens in the next episode. But future. What do you think this?
Yeah.
What do you think this does for them?
Well, at that moment, I thought because they just lost Tess, and Tess was the one that was trying to keep her alive and keep Joel straight. You know what I'm saying? So that in my mind, they lost that middle ground.
Yeah.
You know, and Joel still wants to get to, is it Iowa for his brother?
Wyoming.
Well, okay, gotcha. So he still wants to get there.
Yeah.
And I still don't think he cares about the little girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where episode 2 left me at.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think at the end of this episode, I think we get a sense that like Joel just kind of lost his center. You know, like if he's got a compass, you know, Tess was his center.
Yeah.
And now without that, there's a possibility that he can, you know, either go off the rails or make some, you know, questionable judgments because he doesn't have tests to reel him in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to see where this show goes. Like, what do you think of the show so far?
I'm still trying to get into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Why specifically? Why? Because they don't have drug dealing.
It ain't got no titties.
Ain't no thugs.
Ain't no titties.
You about to see a mushroom titty soon. You're gonna be like, maybe I was asking for the wrong thing.
Matter of fact, at the beginning of the beginning of the second one, don't they got the Indonesian girl on the table?
No, that's a third one.
Oh shit, my bad.
Well, if you listen to the next episode, which we're about to film right after this one, you will hear about the.
No, that is the second one. I think.
No, it's the third one.
I know titties when I see titties.
I know you do. You just don't remember when you saw them. I'm not saying you don't recognize them. I'm just saying your timing might not have been crisp because you might have been preoccupied. Anyways, that was episode 2 of The Last of Us on HBO Max. Join us again when we hit episode 3 coming up soon.
Indeed.
As always, this is Sarath and Chris's movie therapy podcast, side B.
And your boy Chris Brown.
Yeah,
Red 4.
B. The B in B side is for Brown.
The brown side, even though we got a white background.
Yeah, we both brown. So
I was gonna say something real stupid.
All right, join us for episode 3. All right,
I can't say.
It's all good. We out.